But what we realized is that our members, you all, needed more time and more opportunity to introduce yourselves and your businesses to each other. So today we're tweaking it, and as the pandemic is fluid, so is your Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to do this a little different. So if you have been joining and you did not hear me say this, please put your name in the chat. That is how we will call on you today to introduce yourself. You will be given a couple of minutes to offer your name, your company name, and a little bit about your company. But before we get started, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our President and CEO, Beverly Robertson. Beverly?
Thank you so much, Amy. It's always good to see all the smiling faces and folks that we haven't seen in a long time. We know that the pandemic has created some challenges, but we know how to certainly adapt and overcome. And that is what we have been doing with Zoom. No matter what its challenge is, we managed to somehow make it through. So we hope that we will do the same today. And I certainly know because you're there, we will definitely do it. Let me welcome you to our second in the mix. We have one that will follow this one. Amy just really wanted to feel some pain today. and I think she will because we got back-to-back in the mixes, but we're just happy that you are here. And we hope that all is well with your families and in your homes. And we certainly wish, just as you do, that the pandemic will be over very, very soon. And so given that we have learned to adapt and to overcome, I want to tell you just a little bit about the work of the Chamber. Although you've seen a lot of us lately, if you've tuned in or looked on the website or seen any of our social media, you know that the Greater Memphis Chamber has been busy on your behalf. Particularly on behalf of smaller businesses, because we know that you are suffering immensely. Many smaller businesses are. And we want to make sure that we are the resource, the go-to resource for you, because you need one, especially in times like these. So don't hesitate. No question is small to ask. And we don't view it as silly. We view it as an opportunity for us to demonstrate that we care about you. So I want to start off by just simply saying that from the standpoint of the work of the Chamber, we are doing so much. I don't know how my team can even smile or breathe every day because they are so incredibly busy doing this work. But I'll start off with how we define the work of the Chamber. And my staff has heard this a zillion times, but we define it in a very simple way that helps you to remember it. And some of you have been through several times, so you probably know this better than I do. And if I could allow you to talk all at one time, I'm sure all of you will say back to me, the work of the Chamber is around three different simple letters, P-E-W. And I often say that the E stands in the middle of that pew because it is the center of what we do. Everything we do is around economic development. This work even involves us helping you to drive your success, which really creates economic development in this community. So from an economic development perspective, we know that the work of the Chamber involves attracting new investment. One, attracting new business, higher paying jobs. And the second side of that is we help existing businesses expand and grow. So attract and grow. That is the E in the equation. And then I'll talk about the P, because that's my good friend Bobby's work. And Amy helps him all the time with that. That's the public policy side of the work. And what that means is we, through public policy actions at the local, state, and national level, create a positive business operating environment in which our businesses cannot just thrive, but they do better than, can't just survive, they do better than surviving. They actually thrive. So Bobby is engaged in so many political discussions. I often say to him, I'm not really political, Bobby, so I need your advice, to help me navigate some of these dicey waters sometimes. So the P is public policy, the E is economic development, and the W is workforce development. What that means is we've got to build a strong talent pipeline so that those companies that we're attracting, especially those innovative companies, those companies that are anchored in technology, have a workforce, a credible and strong and robust workforce that they can hire to ensure that their business continues to succeed and their bottom line continues to grow. So PEW is the work of the chamber. The E is in the center, and that's economic development. The P is what? That's right, public policy. And the W, I know you know it, is building that strong talent pipeline so we'll be able to ensure that this new investment that we're attracting, they need to have the resources, the human capital that will allow them to be successful. So that's primarily the work of the chamber, but we do so much more than that. And certainly during this pandemic, we have been real soldiers in that battle. We have communicated with all of our members around all of the stimulus packages that the federal government has sponsored, the SBA disaster injury loan, all of the initiatives directed towards small business. We have been on the case with the health department. I have to say, Amy looks at their press conference every day so that when you call and ask her a question about where we are and what is the reopening status, she'll be able to address that very effectively. So she's done a very good job in that. And then as it relates to the marches that we had earlier, we have launched an effort called From Protest to Progress. And in that regard, we actually are working with activist clergy and business leaders to identify the issues and then to be able to create action plans that will address them. My time may be up. I could go on now, Amy, if you want me to, but I know that my time is limited and I need to move out of the way so others can talk. But thank you again for being on this In the Mix, and we look forward to hearing about you and hearing from you. Thank you so much, Amy, for offering me this opportunity, and thank you all for listening.
Well, thank you, Madam President, and some of my team members refer to me as COVID Queen at this point. So if you have a question, if you have a question, I might have the answer. So again, how this will work, and I believe you all have already done this. We ask that you put your name, your company name, and your name and company name in the Q&A section or in the chat box, and then we will go in order of you all loading in. You will be given 2 minutes to introduce yourself and to give a quick 2-minute commercial about your company that we are so excited to hear about. Connect with each other. If you all hear things that you think, hey, we should be working together, reach out to each other. Don't be afraid to ask for phone numbers, emails, web addresses, whatever it is, make sure you do that. Dina Nance, you are first. Welcome to Chamber in the Mix.
Thank you so much, Amy. I apologize to everybody in the chat. I was a little trigger happy. I was doing something else on my computer with a file right as I got on the chat. So a file popped up in there, but it's actually something that will make it a little easier to connect with everybody because it is just an overview of what I'm doing with the consulting company, EntreTech Solutions. A few of you guys that are on here, I do know and I love. Marcus, huge cheers to you for all the work that you've done with the Metro Memphis Attractions Association on the board there. I've recently been consulting with them, going through all the major changes of an association here in Memphis that is vital to travel and tourism, that has obviously been through all the same kind of, uphill battles of not being able to meet and work out their business in person as they always had. And we also have a retiring executive director and just hired a new one with the Metro Memphis Attractions Association. So that's been a process. So everything from doing a tax return to training folks on QuickBooks to getting folks into Zoom and trying to make sure the communications were thorough through a lot of changes. That's been awesome. And Marcus is a fantastic person there. Whitney Joe, I met you when I was came back to Memphis working with a parking company. That's when we joined the chamber, met Miss Patricia and whatnot. I actually am a serial entrepreneur to some degree. I am a Memphis girl, Briarcrest grad, and went to Ole Miss for marketing and finance, but I ended up as a jewelry design entrepreneur that built a global company with so much fun, e-commerce, retail store, wholesale store. It's huge footprint globally. Really loved it. Got burnt out though. Ended up in technologies of different sorts and software solutions. And ultimately that did help me help other people. And that was taking entrepreneurs like someone in the parking industry that wanted to start a company, writing software solutions that could scale the business to operate in 3 cities. That was a fun project. Was it my dream to do that industry? No. I moved on from that into actually taking a 30-year-old global leader in the space of selling cognitive behavioral treatment programs to the criminal justice industry. And I took that company out of what was a pretty steep decline. And we were able to reinvent and take their entire business model more virtual so that they were able to get through the pandemic and that type of disruption pretty smoothly, and actually are up in sales and growing still. So that's really exciting. But that kind of took me into being able to do a lot of things, which was specializing in talent development, skills development of your team, sometimes having to recruit new team members and hire and go through the training processes. Lots and lots of digitization, getting away from that paper trail and getting away from different things and making sure that you're doing it safely and securely with all of your data. And then all of the, what I call is the shopping for your ecosystem, trying to figure out which software solutions and trying to figure out what mix of resources for all your different departments of a company, whether you're small or large, young or old in terms of an organization, what types of solutions do you use and tools do you use in what conjunction to create an ecosystem that is going to, as I call it, future-proof your business. That's the word we're all hearing now too. So that's the kind of thing I'm doing. I'm loving it. I really do love being back in Memphis. I've taken up my time. There's lots of information and details in my little accidental file. I was gonna send it after at the end. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dina, and thanks for your investment in the chamber. We appreciate it. Dejuan, I'm going to come back to you as you have a certified position in the program, and I am going to go to Whitney Jo at Playhouse on the Square, who I did say she's one of our best attendees. She asks questions at every single webinar we have, and for those of us behind the scene, Whitney Jo, thank you, because your question usually gets the ball rolling. So I will turn it to you.
Well, thank you. I do want to start by thanking the chamber. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Zoom, although I am now, I feel like a professional, but the workshops and events that you all have held have been great. I learned something every time, and also events like this are great because we get to see people that, you know, we don't get to see a lot of people right now in our lives. So it's great to have this communication. Speaking of seeing people, I'm the managing director of Playhouse on the Square. And as you know, we're a live theater company here in Overton Square, and we have been closed since the beginning of March, and we are still closed, hoping to open end of November, but I'll let Marcus get a little more into that. I'm so excited Marcus and I are on the same call, and we didn't even know it. And we're right down the hall from each other. But currently what we have been concentrating on is, you know, theater is all about the one-on-one. It's all about being in the same space and experiencing the arts collectively. Well, we're unable to do that right now. So we've had to, the famous word that everybody now hates, we've had to pivot. You can laugh at it. I know we all have to say it every day. And take the arts online, which is not the same. We are doing a lot of classes for kids. We have been streaming everything from cabarets to, we did do a new play this summer. Any way that we can try and keep the community engaged, as well as remind everybody that we're still here. We're still on the corner of Cooper and Union, and we miss everybody. But so we've invested in, you know, all of the streaming equipment, the cameras. I applaud the staff here at Playhouse on the Square. One of our goals the day that we closed was we will hold on to every single person on our staff, and we have done that with no income coming in. And they're the heart and soul of this building, the heart and soul of our organization that's been around for over 51 years. And they've gotten pretty good at all this streaming stuff. I don't know how they're doing it. All I know is I write the checks, but they're doing really well. And so be sure to always check out our website, our Facebook page, Instagram. I don't really know Twitter or Instagram, but they say we're doing great on there. So I'm more of the Facebook age. Just let me age myself right now. But last night we did a cabaret of Brooke and Nathan, which was phenomenal. It happened at 4 o'clock yesterday. It's still online. Be sure to check it out. We do In the Vault on one Friday a month, where we show clips from a past production. So I just encourage you to check us out online, and I really appreciate the Chamber and all that you are doing. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Whitney Jo, and thank you for your investment in the Chamber. Keep us posted as soon as you all open that theater back up. We're there. We are there. Tracy Bigham, Director of Development at Meriton. Welcome.
Well, Amy, no one ever gets my name right, and you got it right. So thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Tracy Bigham, and I'm the Director of Development at Meriton. So I basically do everything with regards to fundraising, marketing, public relations, volunteer coordination, everything external with the agency, corporate sponsorships. That is me. And I'll also put my contact information at the end. So that way you get, if you want to learn more or partner up, you can just always email me or call me. Our mission is to improve well-being and promote independence throughout all life stages with quality and compassion. With Meriton, there's several different programs. Some of us know for our Title V program or for our foster care. So I'm going to explain them all so you know what we have to offer. From our foster care program, we treat specialized children in our foster care system. So any children who have an intellectual, developmental, physical, mental disability, emotional, we are here to provide that care for them, and we train those parents specifically for that child. So if you know of anyone who's interested in becoming a foster care parent, especially during this time, please feel free to reach out to us. All the way up to if a foster care child with a disability, for example, is needing of some housing support, we provide that family model for them. So we have a boy named Jeremy who's now 32 years old, and he's been in this care of their home since he was 14, and Meriton's able to provide that support service for that family. All the way up to our senior services, which was our original name. We changed it back in 2008. We also provide senior job training and employment. So if you're a nonprofit, or we have some for-profit opportunities, if you are needing some assistance, basically what happens is that senior is matched to your agency. From there, they're being paid by Meriton to do on-the-job training. We're providing also technology training. We have volunteer opportunities to do mock interviews, resume updates, and things like that. And the goal is to help them for employment thereafter. And actually, if you call Meriton's number, you'll hear Ms. Betty pick up the phone, and she's our full-time receptionist now, and she was in the program. And then all the way up to our in-home care and home health. So we provide medical and non-medical care for seniors or those who are disabled in their homes. So if you know of anyone, maybe your parents down the line or some grandparents, aunts and uncles, and you know that they need that care, we're the only nonprofit that offers that service. And we've been doing that since the very beginning. So for our special events that are coming up, we have a volunteer opportunity that's a remote digital opportunity. We've had several companies who have reached out to us. So it's a senior letter opportunity. All you have to do is email me, and I'm able to provide that senior's first name, age, and gender. So that way you can, feel that they can feel that personal touch, especially during this time of COVID. A lot of our seniors do live alone. So writing a letter or buying a card and writing a special note means the absolute world to them. If we go through our seniors, we've gone through them already. We're already starting it for the second time going around since we've been doing this since July. We also are doing, we normally do the midnight bike ride. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we had to cancel it. So we're doing a masquerade ball, pun on word, masquerade. So tickets will be starting to be sold next week. It will be a very different Zoom type of virtual fundraiser. We're having a comedian named Happy Johnson. Fingers crossed. We're finalizing things today with her, and she will be, you want some joy and laughter, especially during this time. We'll also have take-home cocktail kits from Old Dominic that's sponsoring the event, and a catered home meal for you. So if you're interested in participating, please feel free to contact me. And then we also are doing our Silver Bells program, which we do every single year. If you want to provide a gift for a senior over the holiday season, especially during this time, you don't have to go to Meriton and choose a silver bell off the tree like you normally would. You can do that digitally, and you also can mail it in. If you don't want to, purchase it on Amazon and you're, fearful of going into a store right now, we want to be sensitive to everyone with regards to that. So again, I want to thank the Chamber for putting this all together and giving us several opportunities for professional development. I know I've attended several of the webinars and I've learned so much already. So thank you so much to the Chamber, and I'll put my information in the chat box, and please feel free to reach out to me if y'all need anything. Thank you. Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, Chessie. Wow, the Masquerade Ball sounds awesome. I will definitely be checking that out. Good.
Very excited.
Yeah, no, that's a really good play on word. And thanks to Meriden for your investment in the Chamber. Next up is a dear friend, Tracy Ford, Director of Arts and Community Engagement at Hutchinson. Tracy and her team is near and dear to our heart because they really helped us launch the Women's Business Council, a little over a year and a half ago, in happier times when we were all able to gather in the theater. Tracy, please.
Great, thanks, Amy. Chessie, I'm so happy to see you. Well, we've been emailing each other because I have good news. Our entire middle school wants to write letters to your seniors. So that's 230 letters, and they want to do it a couple of times. Isn't that fun? So we have a letter writing campaign ready to roll out. So I'll send you the details, but I'm excited to connect with you. Hi, everybody. My name is Tracy Zerwig Ford. I'm Director of Arts and Community Engagement at Hutchinson School. And that's one of the things we love to do at Hutchinson is connect our girls to the people who need them around the community in the region. So we do a lot of community partnering, but we're an all-girls school in the middle of the greater Memphis area. We're right off Ridgeway next to our brother school, MUS. We have girls on our one campus, 52 acres, from age 2 through grade 12. So when people ask me, what's it like working at a girls' school? It's like a slumber party that never ends. It's so much fun. And the girls are awesome. They're super creative. Our girls are academically confident. We offer 21 APs in our upper school. And we have over 50 clubs that our girls have created and run. We also have, it's interesting at a girls' school, every leader that the girls see is a girl. So they're wonderfully confident. And it's been a pleasure watching my own daughter kind of grow through the program. She started in the staff nursery at 7 weeks old. She's now a sophomore in upper school. And so we are back in session, and it's been very fascinating during this moment to be in education, but also in the arts as well. And I do have to apologize. We are doing theater experiences with our girls. We're doing 2 middle school plays and an upper school play this semester with everyone socially distanced to create a virtual theater experience for our adoring fans, our grandparents. And so we have changed a lot of what we do, but the special education that Hutchinson provides for our girls with arts and academics and an amazing wellness and fitness program with our athletics and the wellness that we do for mind, body, spirit. We really live our mission. And if you want to know more about the program, I'd love to talk to you. So I don't want to usurp your time. I do need to apologize. At 3:30, I will need to go conduct a rehearsal. So anyway, I'm so happy to meet everybody. Thanks, Chamber, for having us.
Thanks, Tracy, and thanks to Hutchinson for their investment in the Greater Memphis Chamber. And we will be finished before 3:30, so you will gracefully leave with the rest of the audience. Next up is Katie Spake, and Katie is with Independent Bank. Independent Bank has been, for many years now, a sponsor of our Small Business Council, and we could not do it without the team over at iBank and Susan Stevenson's leadership, who's also a member of our Chairman Circle. We are so grateful to Independent Bank. Katie, please take it away.
And thank y'all. It's so good to see everybody and hear kind of what everybody does. I mean, for Chessie, I've in my church organization, we have bought Christmas presents for the seniors for years. So now I kind of have a little bit of a face behind the program. So, but anyway, Independent Bank, I am a senior loan officer with Independent Bank in the mortgage division. And I tell you what, the interest rates are fabulous. So if you know anybody that wants to buy, sell, refinance, just pick up the phone and call somebody at Independent Bank. We're a small group, but I tell you what, we're working as hard as we can, and we're all doing it remotely. So they don't want us to go back to the office, I think, because they know that we work 24/7 just about. So anyway, it's good to see everybody, and thank you.
Thank you, Katie. And again, thank you to Independent Bank for all of your contributions to the Chamber, from leadership to treasure. Thank you, thank you. Marcus Cox, we heard from Whitney Joe, but you're Director of Community Relations at Playhouse on the Square. So let's see what you can give to us.
Thanks. Hi, everybody. Thanks for to the Greater Memphis Chamber for doing this and getting us all together. It is great to see so many faces. It's good to see people that I have known for some time. Tracy, I'm looking at you. Tracy and I go way back, back in my time when I was one of the boys that Hutchinson would go find to come and do shows there. So I was a honeybee for a good minute too. But it's so great to be here and to let you all know a little bit about what we're doing at Playhouse on the Square. As Whitney Joe said, yeah, we are a live professional theater company. We're the largest resident professional theater company in the Mid-South. So not only in Memphis, we do service to 2 hours in every direction, covering a number of states as well. What this situation, this pandemic has done, unfortunately, has closed our theater, but it's also opened us up so much more to the entire world. We have been producing digital content since the middle of March, when we were all sequestered at home. We started figuring out a way that we could create art and do things to connect, we thought, just our community and our patrons, but then going back and looking at who was watching us and who was logging into Facebook, we were having, people from Australia check in, people from Japan checking in. So this has been, it's not the ideal situation, but if we could find any positives, it's that other people around the world who were probably looking to find out what was happening in Memphis are now starting to discover that not only is Memphis still here and we're still thriving and we're still moving and grooving, but they have professional live theater that they can come and visit when they can come to visit. So I'll let you all know a little bit about what we're doing right now. We've created our Playhouse at Home series, and now this is the fall edition. So we had a lot of things that we were offering over the summertime, most of them geared towards our younger audiences and their families as well. So our Summer Youth Theater Conservatory, which is an institution and always happens on our campus, we created virtually this past year. In addition, we lowered the cost for that. There was a tuition base to it, and it was mostly primarily through Zoom for our students. But we understood that in the wake of what was going on, that finances was a big concern for a lot of our families. So in addition to our Summer Youth Theater Conservatory sessions, we also created digital education platforms that we made available on Facebook and YouTube for free. And those are still out there as well. So there's Storytime Drama, which were for our pre-K, kindergarten, first graders. We had Flashback Fridays, which was dance, choreography, where folks could go back and look at some of the old shows that we did and learn the choreography from some of those bigger numbers. That was a lot of fun. We also had some musical Mondays. I'm sorry, I'm losing myself. We had musical Mondays where you would learn about musical theater, learn about the history of musical theater, but also get voice lessons from one of our voice coaches here in the theater as well. So there's some great opportunities. And as I said, all of that is still available on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can go and check that out. For the fall right now, our fall episodes for our Playhouse at Home series, we have Pots in the Vault, which Whitney Joe talked about a little bit. That is taking a peek into the archives. Playhouse on the Square has been around for 52 years. So we've got quite a few shows and a lot of information there. And so we have been pulling out some of the clips from the vault and putting together little snippets, little extended previews, if you will, of some fun shows. And many of them are, you know, we cover the 80s and 90s, 2000s. So there's a mass range, and we have started producing those every other Friday. So this Friday there won't be one, but next Friday we will have a Pots in the Vots aired, and they always air at 1 o'clock. Ask Playhouse is a interactive talk show that we started a couple of years ago so that more of our patrons could understand when we have plays. A lot of our musicals, people know. You know, if we say Dreamgirls, you know that. In Memphis, you know that. But, you know, when we say The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, you may not know that show. So we started this talk show to give our patrons an insight on what the plays were, get to know who the cast was going into it, speak with the directors, learn their insights of what they do and why they approach a show a certain way. And then also you get to see the set before you come to the theater to see it. Ask Playhouse now has been our opportunity to preview what we're doing digitally, what's coming up. So I'm like Jay Leno now. It's a lot of fun. So you should come and check that out. And that is the first Friday of every month at 12:30. My chin isn't as long, although my goatee is. We also started podcasting. One of our newest resident company members, Donald Sutton, and myself have created the Potscast. You see what we did there? And it is, our tagline is learning the stories of Playhouse from the people at Playhouse. And so you get to learn not just about what we're doing. This isn't, it's less of a promotion for what we're doing and more about how the arts, especially in Memphis, but more importantly, how the arts and what we've created here at Playhouse, what that has done for our community and goes out. And we're trying to keep it light. Obviously, there's some issues and things that we're going to talk about that are kind of heavy, but we feel that the arts have a role and important place in dealing with what we're doing, what we're going through. So you will be able to find that. That is the first Tuesday of every month, and we're on Spotify, and we just got approved for Apple podcasting as well. So check us out there. Then we have our Playhouse on the Square Fall Spotlight series, and we've done the cabaret, our Pots in the Dark cabarets. The first one was with Brooke and Nathan, and that's still available. You can go to Facebook and check that out. The next one will be a Rocky Horror Roundtable. Playhouse on the Square has done Rocky Horror show 3 times, and it's spanned basically almost every other decade we've done the show. So we're going to grab cast members and crew and directors, hopefully, from all of those past productions, get them together and talk about Rocky, how it's just a fun show. It's great. And you'll get to see clips from some of those previous shows. That's available, I'm checking my notes, September 30th at 4 o'clock, and you can register on Zoom or see that on Facebook. I'm going to wrap it up. We're working with, partnering with our friends at Opera Memphis, and we'll be doing a musical theater bingo. So please pay attention to what we're doing, and you'll see that going in. We'll have another cabaret with our company members. Our young people, we started a Play Slam, which is a young playwriting competition a couple of years back. Actually, this past year, the winner of our Play Slam was also the representative for the state of Tennessee to a national competition, and she won. Yeah, that's right. We're awesome. So we will be doing the Playwriting Festival for all of the other winners and finalists, and that will be October 17th and 18th and 24th and 25th. And we're just going to flood Facebook with all of these plays, these staged readings. So check that out. In October, we have we're doing a spooky radio play. We're calling it the Grim Radio Hour. So it's a radio play, but you'll actually get to see it and hear it. So if you really liked radio plays, just, cut the sound. We'll keep the sound on, cut the screen off. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. Check that out. And then, unfortunately, this year, with everything going on, we had to make the really difficult choice to cancel our production of Peter Pan this year. But we cannot have Memphis. You can't have the holidays without Peter Pan. So we will be doing the Peter Pan reunion special. So we're going to find all the hooks we can, all the Peter Pans we can, all the Wendy's we can, find out where all the Lost Boys are throughout the world and get them all back together and give you something fun. And I'll be hosting that in November 10th at 6 o'clock. check our website, check Facebook, go to YouTube. We are still doing stuff. We are here in this building, continuing to create for the people that we love here in our community. And if I said anything, it's not only are, all of the folks in Memphis learning what we're doing, but the world knows who Memphis is, and the world knows what Playhouse on the Square is all about. Thanks.
Thank you, Marcus. Two things just come to mind. What an incredible opportunity from an economic development perspective that people from around the world are seeking Memphis talent out. That is fantastic and fabulous to hear, and definitely something we should share. And two, the creativity that all of you all have been talking about, looking at different avenues and ways to get the word out about what your business is doing is just, it's awe-inspiring. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you. Barry Stam and Sydney Franklin from JIM Promotions.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Barry. One of our most favorite in-person people that comes to In the Mix. Hate that we're seeing each other this way, but so happy to see your face. Take it away, Barry.
We're happy to be here.
Yes.
And we appreciate the chamber and everything that you do for us. And we just wanted to tell you all about a little bit of what we do, especially with embroidered golf shirts, and do a lot of things for the chamber. But we're also doing a lot of sweatshirts and things like that now that it's coming up for the fall. But we're doing a lot of, as everybody knows, we're doing a lot of masks, things like this. But what's cool about a new item that we've been selling for the schools and things is that actually there's a mask keeper. It's actually a lanyard, but it holds your mask. So when you have it around your neck and you need it up here, the kids don't lose it rather. It's kind of a neat item. And then we have the antimicrobial pins. They're all have antimicrobial on here. So every time somebody uses it, you don't have to go squirt it down with disinfectant all the time. So it's kind of a cool item. And speaking of that,
And sanitizer.
they're back. Hand sanitizer,
Oh,
they're
yes. Back in full force.
Yeah, we've got minimum of 250, and then we also have the larger quantities as well. But not to have mass take the stage. These are $3.99 for minimum of 100. We have your one color imprint on here, but we're also doing a lot of the gaiters. They're also $3.99. So that's just some of the things that we've been doing real well with. And if you're working from home, we're doing a lot of companies are getting the notebooks and stuff, so people can make sure they take notes on things that they have to get taken care of. And of course, we're still doing coffee mugs and all kinds of good stuff. So if there's anybody out there that's looking for some things, we'd be great to help you. Anything else to say?
Yeah, I want to tell Chrissy hello. I think she might have left. But
Oh, we can barely hear Sydney. What is he saying?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell Jessie hello because she and I have been working together in the Professional Network on Aging. And Dejuan also left us, who I work with in Professional Network on Aging. So I just wanted to say hello to them.
Chessie and Dejuan, Sydney is saying hello to you guys. So give them a friendly wave back. They are definitely here and they can hear you. Sydney, I loved that you held up your mug and then you immediately took a drink out of it. So clearly there is something in there. You were ready for the drinking game, Sydney. I know it. Thank you to JM. You all are so responsive to us and our needs at the Chamber, and we appreciate all that you do for us, and thank you for your investment in the Greater Memphis Chamber. We appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Is Sadie Corbett? We haven't seen your face, Sadie, but are you with us from Clean Action Cleaning Services? Sadie?
And it's actually Sade, like the
Sade. I wanted to say Sade, but I was so good with Chessie's last name that I thought, no, I'm going to do this one right. But okay, Sade, please forgive me. That is like the coolest name, and she's a fabulous singer as well. So Sade, please take it away. Oh, you're on mute, Sade.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, well, my name is Sade Corbett. I'm the owner of Clean Action Cleaning Service. We have been in business since 2013. We were focused more on residential cleaning at first, but now we're looking to move towards commercial cleaning, offices, warehouses, and things of that nature. We also do move-ins and move-out cleanings. We do post-construction cleanings. Our team, we are reliable, we're professional, we're committed to the satisfactions of our customers. I just want to speak about what makes Clean Action stand out from the rest of the cleaning companies. We actually we do extra sanitizing now that COVID-19 is around. So we try to make sure that we're doing a lot of sanitizing. And I also have a machine where we also sanitize the air. It's the sterilizer that kills the airborne germs. So it actually kills the germs before they hit the surfaces. But I also have another thing that we do. We have, whether we are having, is that we will be staying connected with our clients by doing a quarterly consultation just to see what we can do to make our services better for our customers. We're also doing free consultations as of the 21st of September all the way up until the 25th of September. So if anybody would like to be connected with us, we would love to have you to do consultations on any type of businesses. And I just want to say thank y'all for the opportunity to let me be able to speak today.
I'm on mute. Sade, thank you so much and for your investment in the chamber. I'm sure we have your information listed on our Business Resource Center, but if we do not, Jessica Mosley, who you see, she's wearing the pretty pink in her photo, we'll make sure that she has your company's information to post on our website. So under our COVID resources. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I would now like to turn it over to Dejuan Hendrix, who is a lifer. He's one of our volunteers. He belongs to our ambassadors, and he is what we consider a lifetime member. I've been at the chamber for 24 years, and I think Dejuan has been with me every single year of that journey. So Dejuan, I'm going to turn it over to you, and please let our guests know about the ambassadors at the chamber.
Okay, and if I could, can I get just a minute of my 2 minutes to talk about my company as well?
I am sorry, and I was just about to say that too. Please introduce yourself, what you do. You are not an employee of the chamber, you are a volunteer. So please explain all of that too. Thanks, Dejuan.
Thank you. Thanks, Amy. I was just making a joke. No, my name is Dejuan Hendrix. I am a senior account executive with iHeartMedia, the Memphis cluster. iHeartMedia is the largest broadcast media company in the country. We have 850 stations nationwide, but we also do digital and outdoor advertising as well. So I primarily do most of the stations and areas in the Southeast. We do primarily broadcast advertising, but digital advertising in this space has been incredible because of the pandemic as well. So more people are listening via smart speakers, or they're actually have cut the cord and they're looking at television through over-the-top television or OTT advertising. So I primarily help clients get in front of the audiences. Right now, the audiences are getting connected in so many different ways. And so I've been able to help people do that. I will put my information in the chat. But the primary order of business is to tell you about what I love, the ambassador program. I moved to Memphis in 1996. I became an ambassador in 1999. So I am 46 years of age. I have been pretty much my entire adult life professionally a chamber ambassador. Ambassadors around the country for chambers of commerce, we serve as liaisons. We actually work for a company, and we want to help the different groups, you waved, the different members and partners in the chamber get connected and actually hear from someone that actually is a member as well. So a person like myself, we attend ribbon cuttings. We have an awesome leader. Now I've been, I guess this is my 4th president. I call Beverly Aunt Bev because I've known her for a while, but Terry is doing an excellent job as our ambassador head with the chamber. And so she will be definitely the point of contact to get in touch with what actually we're doing. We do so much, even in this COVID. We actually anything from just letting people know exactly what the chamber does. I like the new acronym PEW that really sticks with. I've heard so many over the years, in 21 years, but definitely that really speaks to exactly what we do here at the chamber. Myself, again, I'll put my information there if you want to be connected. I consider myself a networker. I can just tell you anything you need to know about the chamber. Love the chamber, and I'll be here for the duration of my time on Earth. So, all right.
Thanks, Dejuan. And if anyone is interested, Terry, wave your hand. I know you're not speaking. She had dental surgery today, but Terry Bosby is our main point of contact on staff for the chamber. If you are interested in belonging or joining the ambassadors, please reach out to Terry. And Terry, maybe you can put your contact information in the chat or get in touch with Dejuan, and he can definitely hook you up. Well, guys, we are about to close out, and I love that everyone has put their contact information over in the chat. Make sure that you are seeing it. We can make it available afterwards as well. But before you go, I'm going to turn it over to Patricia Mckinney. Patricia?
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for giving us a snapshot about your businesses and even sharing with us about who would be excellent clients of yours or connections of yours. Now, our hope for today is that your professional antenna were up today. You can't see my fingers, but I'm doing that sign. For you to really think about who you want to do business with and who you want to even partner with. Some collaborations happening. So that was the goal for today. I heard a lot of great information from a lot of you for you to even talk about what you can share with the chamber. So all of those great things like news and events that you all are having, we would love to help you post that on our membership portal. So I'll put my information in the chat info so you can send that to me. And so if you make connections with anyone, even if it's just one person today, please let us know how that happens. So, whatever happens from today, we want to hear from you. We love to see synergy happening between our companies. So please do. We'll love to hear from you. So email me, call me, let me know what happened as a result. And now for our prize. So the 10th person who was on our call today, we decided that that's going to be our winner. And that lucky person is going to get a $25 gift certificate courtesy of Mahogany Memphis Restaurant. It's a fabulous restaurant over in Chickasaw Gardens. And that lucky winner is Sade Corbett. So Sade, congratulations on winning that wonderful gift certificate. And I will get with you on making sure that you enjoy their wonderful food. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Amy.
Well, we thank you so much for participating today. We are so appreciative of your investment and your support of the Greater Memphis Chamber. We don't take that lightly, and know that if our chamber staff members might outnumber our guests at this point, but if you all can wave your hands to our chamber members and thank them for their support, we appreciate you all. And again, as Patricia said, if there's ever anything that you need, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We will certainly try to assist you with whatever might be the situation that you're facing, or if you need help just getting in contact with someone, we're happy to make those introductions. I am going to say thank you and farewell. We are going to set up for our next virtual in the mix. This was an experiment, guys. We'll see how it goes. We'll ask for your feedback. And again, appreciate all of you. Whitney Joe, I'm sure I'll see you next week at something. I don't know what it's going to be, but you'll show up. So thanks for your questions. Anyways, thank you, everyone. See you later.